Yeah, we're
I
live.
didn't even click the
We're
media thing,
they're
though.
getting set up
I didn't
here.
even click the media thing. It just went
This
straight
is
to it.
the fifth round. So hold on one sec.
Yeah.
All right.
Hey
How
guys,
we
welcome
doing?
back. We're going to be starting up the round 5, last round of Swiss between James Baek and Stephen Mea.
It's pretty hectic here because it's pretty intense, Dan. This is
it-
important. This is the final round.
This is the last
We
round.
have,
Both players are X1. They're going to be fighting it out now for the last spot. So we shall see who makes it out here.
Yeah. Getting a win here will definitely make certain that they move on to top cut. But if you lose, you can still technically move on. It's just harder. There's really not a lot of undefeateds left. There's only, I think, one or two. So, and then when we get that information out, obviously you can follow Liberty Garden on Twitter and everything to get all the information you need for top cut.
Yeah, I
So-
mean, whoever loses this match, it really all depends on who their resistance is and who they played.
Yeah.
So we're going to be jumping right into this momentarily. We have James Baek on the top, Stephen Mea on the bottom. We see James with a team of Kangaskhan, Smeargle, Xerneas, Salamence, Cresselia, and Groudon. Stephen having a team of Thundurus, Salamence, Kyogre, Kangaskhan, Groudon, and Bronzong. So pretty typical team. I don't really see much, it's pretty standard, I would say.
Yeah, I think James is pretty standard. He loves running Smeargle. He's been running Smeargle for years. He loves Cresselia. He pretty much has Cresselia on every one of his teams. So what I'm interested in seeing is the Thundurus potentially on Steven's team, being able to try to taunt or Thunder Wave the Smeargle, try to get some speed advantages. We don't see Thundurus that much in the format right now. So that'll be the interesting thing to see for me as we jump in here, game one.
Yeah, we are getting right into this. James on the top of your screen, he'll be leading off with Cresselia and Smeargle, while Steven on the bottom is going to be going with Bronzong and Salamence.
That's a interesting lead. For both players have the slow option with Bronzong and Cresselia, as the Salamence gets the Intimidate off, which doesn't matter on Smeargle or Cresselia, but I like the name Jack is Whack for Smeargle. I don't know, or Jake. I don't know which Jake he's referring to. There's a lot of Jakes here.
Oh,
but Jake is whack is what Smeargle thinks. So
I mean, I think that Steven does have the advantage here. I mean, that Bronzong is, it's a good counter for Trick Room in case James does decide to go with his own setup for Trick Room. We do see, though, James switching out his Smeargle, brings out his Primal Groudon. Likely going to see Mega Evolve from the Salamence as well. I could see that happening. I probably will want to protect it, though. I don't know. I mean, he has to be worried about that Ice Beam coming from Cresselia.
yeah, definitely a protect might be. Ice Beam isn't going to be able to knock it out, but he does go for the Hyper Voice. Doesn't protect.
Yeah, Hyper Voice going off here on both Pokemon, taking Groudon almost at half, while Cresselia goes for that Trick Room.
And does Bronzong go for it too?
Yeah, Bronzong goes and reverses the Trick Room. Double Trick Room, turn 1. That's really rough for James right now, because now Steven has the advantage here. Potentially another Protect Trick Room, but again, he has to watch out for the Bronzong as well if it decides to reset it again.
Yeah, that was really clutch on Steven's end to predict the Trick Room from Cresselia. By matching it, he still has a speed advantage because of Salamence. If he was, if he tailwinded, he would have been in a bad position. But with the Trick Room, he was able to match it, keep that advantage for this turn at least, as we see the Bronzong switch out into Kyogre.
Yeah, Bronzong going back in favor of Primal Kyogre, bringing out that Primordial Sea. Groudon going for that Protect, though. I expecting another Trick Room coming off on James' side. Hyper Voice, though, from Salamence. Going to do some more chip damage to that Cresselia, taking it to almost half right there. Actually, right under half, but we see that Citrus Berry activating, though, so it's going to take it back up to 3/4 health. While Cresselia goes for an Icy Wind, though. Good play by James, because now his Groudon is going to be faster than both Pokemon. However, he has to be watching out, though, for Kyogre still.
I think in this case, Steven actually would have preferred if James went for the Trick Room again, because he brought in the Kyogre, which are typically slower. They run typically slower than Groudon. So getting the Icy Wind shows that James isn't going for Trick Room anytime soon, and it puts him at a strong advantage. Plus, if he switches out Salamence into someone else, he still has that Trick Room opportunity.
Yeah, I mean, a lot of players have opted to go for an Icy Wind Trick Room Cresselia because, it does do both things. It could reverse it, make your Pokemon that are slower, faster in Trick Room, as well as Icy Wind too, because a lot of times you're going to be speed time with other Primal Pokemon, and in this case now Groudon is going to be faster than Steven's Primal Kyogre. We do see the skill swap though going off from Cresselia, going to be resetting the weather here, and we're going to have Groudon back out with that Desolate Land. Yes. Yeah.
Yeah.
As we see the Swords Dance onto that Groudon. Hyper Voice, though, going off on both Pokemon there. Origin Pulse, though, going off. However, with the Desolate Land back in effect, nothing happens.
Right, so Cresselia is the fastest Pokemon on the field right now because of that Icy Wind. So getting the skill swap off first puts Desolate Land up. Kyogre wasn't expecting the skill swap in that situation, and it cost him. He has to switch out because of it.
Yeah, Kyogre is switching out here. Bronzong is coming back out now. Gravity, though, from Cresselia, though. So now Groudon is free to Precipice Blades both Pokemon here. We do see the Gravity, though, so we do know that that Bronzong is levitating. And we now see Precipice Blades going off on both Pokemon. And we'll be taking out both Pokemon, and it has that +2 from Swords Dance as well.
So that's a super strong turn for James on that end. He's really been playing it well. He saw he had his Trick Room countered, so he knew not to play those games, just go with the aggressive move, get the speed advantage, and he really took advantage of that. Plus the Gravity, now he's always going to hit those Precipice Blades, and he's arguably faster than Steven's Kyogre, so now he just has to win this speed tie with Steven's Groudon.
Yeah, now we do see both of Steven's Primals come out, but because of Steven's Primal Kyogre has already Primal Reversal, so Kyogre is going to be coming out first with its Primordial Sea, while Desolate Land is going to be going into effect with Groudon now.
So that Kyogre is pretty much useless. I mean, he can Ice Beam the Groudon just to try to get the knockout, but he really is in a difficult position unless, maybe he has Thunder for Cresselia or something, 50% chance, but realistically his only attacking move in this situation is Ice Beam.
Yeah, I mean, right now, I guess the best bet would be to Protect Icy Winds. I think that would be a pretty solid choice there for James to do.
Right, yeah, you definitely don't want to take the chance of some speed ties in this situation. So we do see that Protect, as you called.
Yeah, Groudon protecting on James' side. Icy Wind, though, going off on both Pokemon here. So this guarantees that James Groudon will be the fastest Pokemon on the field. We see that one stage going off on both Pokemon, and now Steven's Groudon does go for that Swords Dance now, predicting the Protect. Ice Beam going off now onto that Cresselia. It's going to still be able to take it, though, hanging in there with a sliver of health.
So close. If he was able to get a critical hit there, this would put him in a better position. He's still in a pretty strong position with that Protect from Groudon. He's not in danger of losing Groudon this turn.
Yeah, we do see Groudon on Steven's side going for that Protect, though. Icy Wind going to hit that Kyogre. Going to have to see if that Precipice Blades will be enough to take out Primal Kyogre on Steven's side. But was that chip damage? Yep, chip damage from those two Icy Winds was enough, and James was able to pick up the knockout on Steven's Kyogre.
So now it's 4v1 on Steven's end. He has been Icy Wind already, so he can't tell if he's faster or not. So I would have just forfeited this turn because he's really not going to gain any more information out of it.
Yeah, we do see an Icy Wind and a Precipice Blade. So James will be taking the first game of this best-of-3 series. Well played by him.
This is the final round. So
yep, this final round, Steven's going to have to play back here and win these next two games.
James is going to be 4-1, which is definitely high. If not the highest, if no one else makes it out undefeated, he'd get a very high seed for top 8. As we said, it's a big event here at the Liberty Garden Invitational. You want to get first place. You want to get those awesome prizes. So you
Yeah,
want more
I mean,
than just the finger puppets sometimes, you know?
Yeah, totally. I mean, another good thing about this is that this is also great Worlds practice. A lot of players here made it to Worlds, so a lot of them are using this mostly for practice now, and trying to finish up and wrap up their team selections going into these last couple weeks.
Yeah, it's crazy to think that Worlds is like 3-ish weeks away now.
Yeah.
It's coming up on us very quickly.
Yep, pretty
Feels
nuts.
like this format's been going on for a long time.
Yeah, we've seen so much Dark Void, Geomancy, Double Primal, but it's almost about to end here with the World Championships coming up. But we're going into this last round now. Game 2, best of 3 series between Stephen Mea, James Baek. Once again, James' team is Kangaskhan, Smeargle, Xerneas, Salamence, Cresselia, and Groudon. Steven's team is the Thundurus, Salamence, Kangaskhan, Kyogre, Groudon, and Bronzong.
Yeah, in this situation, I think Steven has to switch it up just a little bit, just get a little more pressure. The Salamence was good in the beginning, but he decides to bring the Kangaskhan this time.
Yeah, James does bring out the Kangaskhan and Cresselia, and Steven brings out his own Kangaskhan with the Bronzong.
Juno, I always get distracted by the names, but Juno is an excellent name for Kangaskhan. That's very funny, Steven. Good job. So this case, they both can. This could be just a mute turn. They can just fake out the opponent's Trick Room setter, and that could happen. Or you can predict that and use a fighting type move into your opposing Kangaskhan. So that's going to be the big turn of this game.
Yeah, this is going to be a really, like you said, going to be a really big turn here depending on what both players decide to do with their Kangaskhan's. We do see James Mega Evolve his Kangaskhan as well as Steven, who will see. Maybe we'll just see, like you said, a trade-off of fake-outs here. Steven goes for that fake-out onto the Cresselia. Going to be flinched here. What does James decide to do with his Kangaskhan? Power-up punch, though, going off onto Steven's Kangaskhan. He'll be getting that +2 boost right there. Looks like it did about almost half right there. It'll be now +2 with a boost, and Bronzong gets his Trick Room.
So I think in this situation, James is okay with the Trick Room going up. So unless it's the speed side, because what happened was James's Kangaskhan Mega Evolve first, but Steven's Kangaskhan fake outed. So it was a priority move, so you don't know. I would assume James has a bulkier, slower Kangaskhan, so he's totally okay with Trick Room going up right now.
Yeah, we do see the switch out, though. Steven brings out his Groudon, gonna go in Primal Revert, while we do see think the Bronzong go for the Hypnosis. I think it has to at this point, unless he wants to go for the Gravity and set up Groudon for later. However, Steven does go for the Hypnosis. It does miss, and Power Punch is gonna connect onto that Groudon now.
Wow, a +4 Kangaskhan on the field right now.
Yep, should have. I don't know. I think at this point really should have gone for that Gravity, though. It would have been great to set up, and now Cresselia's going to be able to reset that Trick Room now.
So that was that turn is heartbreaking for Steven, because I think he did have to go for the Hypnosis. He couldn't let Kangaskhan get off a +2, now +4 attack. So he didn't have a turn to waste to Gravity and then Hypnosis. So that was really what could be a make or break turn for Steven.
Yeah, Groudon is going to be protecting here on Steven's side. Kangaskhan going straight for the return, predicting the Protect from Groudon, taking it well over half. Oh, going to be surviving there with just 10 HP. Icy Wind, though, going off. Is it going to be enough onto Bronzong? No, still going to be surviving there, and I'm going to predict a Trick Room right now. No Trick Room.
Hypnosis.
Bronzong goes straight for the Hypnosis, and that's going to be targeting that Kangaskhan.
Wow. That is a clutch play by Steven's Bronzong right there. He survives a +4 return. To understand, it's not that strong against the Bronzong, but also the Icy Wind only did 6 damage. So by being able to live, he's able to. Kangaskhan has to stay asleep this turn. It's mandatory. So he now has one free turn where he can do something to change the tide of this battle.
Yeah, we do see the switch out from Bronzong to Kangaskhan on Steven's side. Icy Wind, though, going off from Cresselia, going to target both Pokemon and drop their speed. We do see the Groudon go for a Swords Dance, though. That's going to be really good for later on, and likely he'll be able to take out that Kangaskhan if he does go for a Fire Punch onto Kangaskhan.
That Swords Dance was good because because Steven's Kangaskhan can just fake out James's Kangaskhan this turn, because you really don't want to deal with that Sucker Punch, because even if you get a Swords Dance boost, +4 Kangaskhan Sucker Punch, he doesn't care about that boost. He's going to be faster. So Kangaskhan will either stay asleep or get fake out of this turn. Groudon is free to Gravity Precipice Blades.
Yeah, that's going to be a really good play if Steven goes for that. James, though, switching out his Cresselia, bringing out his Smeargle. And, yeah, Kangaskhan going for the fake out. Now targeting that Kangaskhan, not risking if it's going to wake up here because it has that +4 boost. And Kangaskhan wakes up, does get the flinch. Groudon gets the Fire Punch, and that's going to take out... Oh, no, but he goes for the Smeargle instead. Whoa. I don't know
about that move,
yeah.
Dan. In that situation,
Ouch.
I get it, as a speed boost and the evasiveness spell.
Yep.
I understand what he's going for, Dan, but if you have that boost, you needed to take advantage. Kangaskhan woke up, so faking out the Kangaskhan was the right move because it worked out. But now you have the Dark Void coming at you. Kangaskhan's still alive. I don't get that move, Dan.
Yeah, oh no, but Kangaskhan does avoid the Dark Void, though. We're going to have to see which one does Kangaskhan target on James' side. And, he goes for the Groudon, so Steven still has a chance to take out James' Kangaskhan if he goes for it.
But now he's down to...
They told me. They told me. I'm following what they said. They're lying to me. So we do see Kangaskhan take out the other Kangaskhan, and now Steven is in a good position because of that.
And we see the attack fall, so really not that big a deal. But it's with the Cresselia coming back out, he's got 33 health. He has a Kyogre, so he has 2 attacking Pokemon against really just an Icy Wind and Dark Void. Yep. So it's going to be good for Steven.
Yeah, I mean, we do see Primal Kyogre coming out onto Steven's side. The thing, though, is that Smeargle is still going to be outspeeding both Pokemon because it got that Moody boost in speed.
So that's going to be the big... They both have 3 Pokemon, so it's pretty even. But with Smeargle being down to his Focus Sash, one hit and he's done. So is Smeargle able to successfully land some Dark Voids here for, say, Cresselia to swap out or something like that to get these last Pokemon in?
Yeah, I mean, I don't think it would be good for Steven just double target the Smeargle. I think it's best to just go for an Origin Pulse and maybe Power Up Punch that Smeargle, or even just Double Edge. We do see Cresselia switching out on James' side, bringing out his Groudon. That's going to be bringing up that Desolands weather again, and going to have to see if Steven read that and went for an Ice Beam instead.
Right, that's what I was saying. If this is the turn for Steven. If he knocks out Smeargle, or if he's able to knock out Smeargle, this is a big comeback.
Okay, we see that Desoland ability go down. We do the switch out, though, from Kangaskhan on Steven's side. Going to be able to reset that fake out for later. Brings out his Bronzong. And there's the Protect going off onto Kyogre. Smeargle going for the Dark Void, though. Going to be able to hit that Bronzong.
Yeah.
And, yeah.
So, in that situation, as he has Lumberry to wake up, I understand protecting, as he has another speed boost, to avoid the Dark Void, but, your chance right there was to knock out Smeargle. Just hope for that little % chance you have of Dark Void missing on Kyogre. Hope you get that. Ice Beam Smeargle. Then he's stuck with Cresselia Groudon. You can switch out Kyogre and reset the weather. Now it's still 3-3, and you might not win the Weather War.
Yep. Kyogre, though, going to be switching. Oh, but the double avoid from Dark Void. Groudon going for the Fire Punch now, and will be taking out the Bronzong now.
So Bronzong, he was a champ, though. Remember, he survived the +4 return and the Icy Wind on the same turn. So he did his job. He was there to just be sacrificed.
Yep.
But now, with Kyogre switching back in, because he didn't knock out Smeargle, Groudon can switch out Cresselia and get the weather advantage in the end. So that's a difficult position for Steven.
Yeah, I mean, and we just saw that accuracy drop from Smeargle, though, from Moody. So now it's going to be down a stage in accuracy, and there might even be a chance it's going to be able to miss both of its Dark Voids.
At this point, with the switch out, maybe you don't follow me, but you could consider, because of that accuracy drop, follow me with Smeargle just to keep it away. But he goes for Dark Void.
Yeah, Dark Void's still going to connect onto Steven's side. Kangaskhan going to miss, but it's going to target the Kyogre, and that's really huge since he really needed that right now. Power Punch, though, onto Cresselia now.
So he's +2. So maybe he's working his way up to +4 also. I don't know if he has enough time being in such low health. He can just sit there and power up punch away. But I think what's going through Steven's head is with the lowered accuracy, Smeargle's really not secured to hit Dark Voids. So maybe just leave him alone, let him sit there, and see what happens. But it connects.
Yep, Dark Void connecting again onto Steven's side, and now Kangaskhan will be falling asleep here.
Yeah, it's not looking so hot right now for Steven. Both of his Pokemon being put to sleep.
Yep, and skill swap now. So now Steven's going to be losing that parental bond now. Cresselia getting the parental bond while Kangaskhan gets the levitate ability. I mean, that could still be a little bit troubling in case it happens that Groudon comes out and now he can't even Precipice Blades it. Moody does go off. We see an increase in defense, drop in speed, but at this point, I think it's at +3 speed now because of Moody's.
Right.
So.
Yeah, I think the skill swap is a little cute on James' end, but it can be effective potentially. But as you were saying, if you need to Precipice Blades both targets, now Kangaskhan has Levitate.
Yeah, we do see the Protect from the Kangaskhan, but the Tailwind, though, from Smeargle. And now Cresselia getting the gravity off, and now Smeargle is free to just Dark Void again and not have to worry. Kyogre waking up, going to be able to connect on both Pokemon. Smeargle getting taken out here. Good damage onto that Cresselia, though, taking it well under half.
And we see the Citrus Berry from the last game also. So Groudon comes in. He wins the Weather War. So Kyogre, even though he's almost full health, really isn't able to do anything except for Ice Beam in this situation. And as we saw, the Ice Beam really doesn't do that much to Cresselia. It does, about probably 15-20%. So he has a +2 Kangaskhan who can Sucker Punch the Groudon. So that's like the big move for Steven right now. If he's able to get the knockout on Groudon from the Sucker Punch, that would be big. So I think if I'm James, I protect Groudon and Icy Wind because I have Parental Bond. So that's -2 on both my opponent's Pokemon.
Yeah, Kangaskhan going for the Protect here. Cresselia going for the Skill Swap. So now Groudon has the Parental Bond ability. And Cresselia now has that's a land. So maybe a Fire Punch or no? Still going for that Precipice Blades. That's going to be targeting the Kyogre, but with Parental Bond, it's only single target moves, so it won't do an extra damage because it's multi-targeting. Ice Beam, though, hitting the Groudon. Going to take it almost to half, and this looks like the end for Steven here.
The only thing scarier than a Groudon with Precipice Blades is a Groudon with 2 Precipice Blades. Yeah. So thankfully Pokemon put that rule in this game.
Yeah, only single target moves work like that. Protect, though, going off onto Kyogre. Cresselia going for the Icy Wind. And Precipice Blades. And the miss, and that was a dead turn.
Yeah. At this point, I think James has got it. He gets the double Protect.
Yep.
So.
And we do see another Protect on Kyogre, but it fails. Precipice Blades, though, is going to connect onto that Kyogre now, and now it finally looks like it's the end.
Right, yeah. It's just at that point, like I said earlier, when he wasn't able to knock out the Smeargle to have the weather advantage, by losing that weather advantage, James was able to get the Tailwind up and the Gravity on the same turn because the Smeargle wasn't knocked out. And being faster and almost 100% accuracy Precipice Blades, that really put James over the top in this match.
Yeah, Groudon going for that Fire Punch now. Now that is Parental Bonded, but I think that's
it won't need it.
Yeah, it won't need it at all. And James Beck takes this best 2 out of 3 series 2-0, and that will be the end of Swiss, and we will be moving on to Top Cut momentarily. Stay tuned, guys. We'll be right back with the next Top 8 series.